and I'm going to unfold you in that suitcase, and then I want you to go run a 10-mile marathon. You're not allowed to warm up. You're immediately getting out of the suitcase and going. I don't care whether you're 50 or you're 5. That's what you get to do. Same thing. Put some glass in your mouth, chew it around for about 5 or 6 hours, and then go eat some lemonade or drink some lemonade. you know what I mean? But you can't, and I'm going to tell you now, YouTube, people can see the results that you have and see what's going on with y'all and be like, but they won't ever get it because they're not willing to change. The horse is always reaching out to you. It's your job to find the field and let them find it. But it's not your job to be a dictator. The more demanding you get, the more pushback you get. That's why if you say, if somebody were to look at training like this, they said, okay, listen, my discipline is jumpers. My discipline is Western pleasure. My discipline is reining. My discipline is cutting. You had those 4 lined up there. And you said, listen, here's a checkbook. I'm going to come once a week and look at progress, but I don't care if it takes 2 years. Now, there's good sides and bad sides to that, because honest trainers will get it done in a meaningful, honest time period. Dishonest ones will take the full 2 years and probably tell you it's going to take a couple more months. Okay? Honest people will tell you if you're going to be a reining, if you got a colt and you want it to be a reining horse, they're going to tell you it's 18 months before they ever see a pin. So if you're not willing to put that time in, it ain't going to happen. I'm going to tell you now. You see the line of thinking there? So, and everyone has their own quirks, but if you sit back and think about it, my whole thing in this deal is I want to explain it to them like I would want it explained to me. I want to get my thing done how they can understand it. They don't understand, yelling, screaming, yanking, pulling, banging, beating. They're feeling just like you.
Michael, do you think he did better with the shouldering today? Because I think it
much
was
better.
Much better.
He did much better today.
Am I creating that when he drops that in? I am.
Now, the reason you're creating that is because you tense up. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody gets to a point where they're going to kind of protect themselves. Okay? So just remember, if you're having that issue, let's say you come out here and you work on this next week, and you're out here loping, you're like, well, I got a pretty good circle, but then all of a sudden I ended up over there again. Go back to slow, go back to, listen, if you have to, shove him over there. Pick him up, jam him over there. I want to see him go, like that.
Yeah.
Get his attention.
That was eye-opening.
Yes.
And he started to fight back here.
Yeah, but you, so remember this, here's what happens. So you and your horse, you go out and catch your horse, you're here. You're no better, they're no better. You're even, okay? Then all of a sudden what happens is, you put a little pressure on him, right? You're still even, then the horse goes there. Well, if you're not willing to go to there, okay? And then what most people do is the horse goes there and they go here. And then all of a sudden the horse amps it up. Well, then the human goes to there. Well, then one day the horse goes there. Well, the human is already so afraid of going to there, they're not going to go there. The horse has already beat them. And here we go. You did great. I mean, it was great lessons for both of you. You both did some things. Readjusted Dave's stirrups because he's ready for that now.
Are they longer or are they shorter?
They're longer.
Longer.
And, the big thing for him, even whenever you're noticing him riding, don't be afraid to say something to each other. And keep an open mind of the idea, listen, you're trying to better yourselves. And the benefit for you two, Debbie and I were talking about this, is you have each other.
Right.
Now, my wife, if my wife does not listen to me when I give her a lesson, I'll say, Cindy! And she may start crying because I'm not sweetheart and baby and honey fly. It's, Cindy, if you don't listen to me, he's going to buck you off. But I'm trying. No, you're not. You're not trying. You're trying to do what you think I want you to do. You are not trying to make a difference in the horse. Big difference. If you're trying to make somebody like you, you may bring them things and do this and do that. But you're not trying to Say, listen, that's a fault
Who is
to
it?
me. This is who I am. This is
Who is it?
I want
Huh?
to protect you from the idea, because at some point I can't jump up there and save you. Okay? So you've got to be willing to not be a victim and save yourself. It's such a huge thing. Huge. Well, like I said, if you have questions, text me.
I
Call
feel
me.
like it's going a lot better. I mean,
You're
a
doing
couple weeks
great. The
ago,
both of you, from where you were to where, oh my gosh.
He was, and I really pushed him really hard back then. And I felt bad about it after. You know, what was happening is I would go to ask for a rope, and he would spin around. And so,
Boy.
he knows that when he does that thing, I'm going to let off. So I taught him, if I do this, she's going to give it.
And here's what you need to do. If he were to ever try to do that stuff again, whenever you're in a lope, you slow down, you shorten that rein up, and you get him in doing that circle, and you lift him up like you're trying to lift up a dump truck, and you shove him to that wall over there.
I realized that yesterday. I realized how much I needed to do in order to get him over.
And then what happens is, now he may stay nice and soft and light for 3 days. Yeah, just like Dave was having a problem with the lead today. I had a girl in the clinic. She started her horse on the saddle, did a great job, only had the left lead, never had the right lead on the horse. And she was a barrel racer. I said, well, no wonder your times are 1956 and 2180, because you can't, your horse won't swap leads. Well, here's the problem. We got the lead within 20 minutes. Because we showed her how to explain it. How to set it up for the horse to find it. You know, she's not going to get up there and suck them down and jam them and, you know, get some big spurs on and nail them out. You can't do that. Not everybody can do that. And those people that can do that, that's not the people I'm trying to reach anyway. They got their own way, you know, which is fine. Hey, listen, I'm not here to change you, but I am here to help. Because if I help this, I help that. It's that simple. But if you can't help this, starting with that, these right here are going to go away, and you two never would be involved in horses. If you would have gotten bucked off 10 or 15 times in the beginning, and broken this and broken that, you would have rethought that idea. You know, you're like, you know, going to the ranch is pretty cool, but horses are, I've seen people time and time and time again like that. It's a shame, because they just got involved with the wrong people. They brought people
Well,
wrong.
I'll tell you, we had a few moments, but I'll tell you what, it's just so much different now. Just
Oh, yeah.
the relationship, they're so different. I look at them and they're doing good.
And like I said, I can set it up for you and show you how to do it, but you have to put the work in. That's the difference. You know, putting the work in is the hard part. Okay.
Now, how's Debbie making out?
Good.
You gotta go
Hey,
over
we got
that?
some great canter work yesterday. I'm setting her up with the lady that's going to do some dressage with her, which is Rose Walker. And Debbie's learning to engage that big movement. Horse Rosie's big, and she's got a big old hip on her, and you know, I'm teaching her just to kind of let go, and you can. The problem is, it's kind of like she sort of has a little bit like what you have, like she wants to not be in her mouth, but the problem is when her reins are too long, Rosie's movement so big, she bangs her in the mouth. So the betterment for Debbie is to take up more contact, because as much as I've rode the horse, worked with the horse can get on the bit like a dressage horse and move like that, and I can do a 10-foot circle on her. Or I can do lead changes on the buckle with the horse. I set her up that way. And it doesn't matter if you've got a loose rein. But here's Debbie's problem, is that Debbie will go 2 or 3 steps and bang. And then when she bangs her, Rosie's head comes up, the ears get pinned. Well, she's upset, and I'll blame her. So what I said to Debbie is, we're going to contain her. You're going to contain her here. And that's where I want you to ride her. And yesterday, it was a breakthrough, because she goes, that I've had great work today. I feel so good. I never ever hit her in her mouth, and I felt that. Okay, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. So yeah, she's coming along, and it's eye-opening. It's all eye-opening stuff for her. Now Luna, you know, that's where it all started with their other horse. Luna.
Oh, I remember Luna when she.
Yeah.
We were riding together at the time.
It's, you know, and that horse there was her teacher. And she's
You
came
learned some
along.
hard lessons on that horse.
Yeah. And there again, she was with somebody that got her hurt. You know, finger hurt, wrist hurt.
Oh, I remember her, yeah.
Yeah. And that was all because of the person she was riding with. You know? When she started asking me, and we were working on some jumping and stuff, and said, well, how come she had me do this? I said, because she's trying to get you hurt. It's not my job to protect them. It's my job to tell you how to stay safe. You know? So, okay. I'll see you next month.
See you soon.
Thank you, buddy. I'll see you
Have
soon.
a safe, when are you heading
Yeah,
back?
safe travels.
I'm going to be back probably, I'm going to say the 15th.
Okay, cool.
Because remember we said that we're going to try to do less than the 15th.
Right.
Right.
Y'all are leaving the 17th.
Right.
So probably what's going to happen is the 15th is a Monday. So probably one of two things will happen. We'll probably come in either midday Monday